I'm Ray Cadavari, and this is the FSB report. The Middleburg girls volleyball team, they made history last week as they became the first school from Clay County to win a volleyball championship. They did it under first-year coach Meredith Forkham, and I got a chance to talk to her a short time ago. And joining us is the head coach of the Middleburg volleyball team, Meredith Forkham. Coach, first off, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
Have you come down yet?
No, I have not. It seems surreal, really. Yeah, we're not quite sure how it all happened.
Well, you come in as for your first year. As you walked into this program, you've been around this group for a long time. Did you have any idea that this team could actually win a state title?
We knew we would have a successful season, and it was one of our goals. And pretty early on, we talked about it and said, yeah, this is possible. If we can keep them mentally checked in and getting along and doing the things they need to do, we knew it could happen.
Coach Pruitt, an iconic coach. I think she went to 2 Final Fours, 2 back-to-back championships, but was never able to get the elusive championship. How hard is it walking in for an icon, almost like the Vince Lombardi of volleyball?
It was pretty tough. I mean, Coach Pruitt, she's one of a kind, and it was quite the honor to be able to take over and just try to follow in her footsteps. I mean, she was just definitely the best, I believe, one of the best coaches, high school coaches, and probably could have been a college coach, I believe. And so it was tricky at times, but I just tried to focus on the kids and the team and not think about that, you know. But
Speaking of tricky, I told you I coach club soccer, teenagers, and that's never an easy task, teenagers. But how about this group? How close are they, and what's the chemistry like in this group?
We worked really hard on team chemistry all year. Communication was a big thing for us. Teenagers don't know how to communicate, and so that was one thing we challenged them to do, and they figured it out. We did tongue twisters one time at a tournament and team bonding, and we pushed them to get out of their comfort zones, and they did hard things together. Sometimes they didn't like it and they didn't get along, but they would argue, but on the court they found a way to make it happen.
Was there a point during the season where you did think to yourself, you know what, this team's got a good chance to win a state title?
Yeah, so when we played Childs, who was a great team, we had seen them this summer at UF camp. We knew then that we had a chance. And we knew Ridgeview was going to be a great battle. And we swept them the first time we played them. And we knew we could beat them, but I think we were even surprised that we swept them. And the kids just stepped up and they stayed cool and calm and did what they needed to do all season.
What element, or maybe it's not just one thing, made this team a championship caliber team? Was it their chemistry or their work ethic, or again, maybe it wasn't just one thing?
Yeah, I think it was just a number of things. We talked to them about being vulnerable with each other and learning to trust each other. And it wasn't, again, easy, but they did it. And I think sometimes getting them to come out of their comfort zone and really believing in each other made all the difference. Yeah.
And not only winning a state title, but winning the first one in volleyball in Clay County, that has to make it extra special.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a surprise, really. You know, I personally last year wanted it for Coach Pruitt so badly, as did the kids. And we were probably a match away from that last year. So for her to be there and to be a part of it was probably the most special thing to me. Hugging her neck was pretty awesome.
Now, as you come into next year, I know you lose your top player, but how do you think this team will be next year coming into the season?
I think we'll have a very successful season next year as well. A lot of the same core kids will be here, and they'll get another year of club ball behind them, and they'll be stronger and bigger, and it should be a fun season next year. Congratulations,
Coach. We're so proud of what you guys have done. I know the community is proud, and just congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate the visit. Of course, it's the players of the Middleburg volleyball team that made it all happen, and I got a chance to visit with a few of them. And with me is Brooke Forkham, and of course she's a member of the state championship volleyball team. First off, just your emotions and feelings about accomplishing such a great task.
It was a little bit overwhelming whenever we first won. I felt like I couldn't breathe, but it was super exciting to have that with my teammates.
How was it in that final game? I mean, you only had to go 3, luckily. Did you feel coming in that you were probably going to win the match?
I felt like we had a good chance of winning, but I didn't think we were going to sweep them in 3.
What is it about this team that makes you of championship caliber, in your opinion?
Well, a lot of us have played together for many years, and so just our chemistry and hardworking.
I asked you this off camera. Of course, your mom is the coach. How is that?
It's been hard at times, but overall it's been really fun.
I know when I was young, I played soccer and my dad was my coach, and sometimes under my breath, I didn't always say the nicest things about him, but I'm sure it's kind of cool that you get to share the experience together.
Yes, for sure.
And as you go through, you're a pretty young team. I mean, you probably have the ability to stay consistent for the next couple of years.
Yeah, I think since some of us are juniors, we have 6 sophomores, so we have a lot of ability for the next few years.
And then what about the environment? Probably just being in the Final Four, realizing that had to be pretty cool.
Yeah, that was our first time that I've ever done it, the first time we've won the state championship, so it was just cool being around and hearing the crowd.
And how about being the first team school from Clay County to ever win a state volleyball title? That has to be extra special.
Yeah, it does not feel real.
Well, congratulations. I'm so happy for you guys. You seem like a great group of ladies, and I know you're still probably buzzing from the championship.
Thank you.
And with me is Morgan Paget. Morgan, your thoughts on winning? I'm sure you may not have come down from the cloud yet after that championship win.
Yes, it's very exciting and very overwhelming, but overall it's been pretty exciting.
What is it about the character of this group that makes you of championship caliber?
We stay calm even if it's chaotic, like we don't get overwhelmed.
It's not often that you have a historic coach leave your program and a new one come in first year and you win a state championship. What was the transition like going from Coach Pruitt to Coach Forkham?
It was a little different, but I think overall Coach Pruitt gave us the foundations and we just kept it.
What do you think was the strength of your team this year? Was it the chemistry or your offensive ability or your defensive ability?
I think it was being able to stay calm, like I said, and just how we all played together before, so it just flowed.
When you came into this season, did you ever imagine that you would win a state championship?
Well, that was our goal for this season because we won districts last year, so we want to go farther. So we had a lot of hope.
Who was the first person you got to congratulate with outside of your team after you won the championship? Was it your parents?
It was my mom and my sister.
And that had to be special to share that with them.
Yes, I didn't start crying till my sister cried.
Well, congratulations. I'm so happy for you guys. It's, you're the first team in Clay County to win a volleyball title. That has to be cool.
Yeah, it's very exciting, overwhelming, but...
Thanks for the visit, and I'm looking for big things from you in the future.
Thank you.
With us now is Olivia Calpo. Olivia, this is the first question I ask everyone. Just your thoughts on winning the state title.
I think it was really special since it was our first one for Middleburg and Clay County as a whole. And I thought it was really cool for Meredith Forkham to have her first year coaching win state.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you about that in a second, but you brought it up. I mean, not only do you win a state title, but you become the first team from Clay County to win a volleyball title. That has to be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool because then we kind of the top dogs right now for now.
And I kind of ask everyone this. Did you think coming into the year that you would win a state title, or was it something, maybe?
No, I was confident when I first saw our team last year. I knew we couldn't do it last year, but this year, coming in this summer, our work, our hard work and our work ethic, we definitely had the better chances.
Was there a particular game or maybe a month when you thought to yourself, you know what, this team's really good, we're going to win it?
I don't know. I thought throughout the entire season that, I've been telling everyone, we were going to win state because we just had the talent. And if we put it into, play, then we could do it, and we did.
I know I was talking to Coach Forkham, and she was telling me that this group was kind of played together. for a long period of time since you guys were little. How cool is it to share that experience with someone that you've been playing volleyball with for so long?
It's been really cool because we've always had like a really good connection. So I think that's a big part of us winning state because we just bonded when we were early. So winning state with kids we've known since we were 8 has been really, really fun.
I was going to ask you about that. I know I coach girls in soccer, and sometimes chemistry, especially for teenagers, is a little tough. What's the chemistry like with this group?
I would say we have a really, really good chemistry, especially because we've known each other for so long. It's just a very positive environment, and we all love each other.
And then you mentioned Coach Forkham coming in for her first year, and she comes in for an iconic coach. What was that transition like for you personally?
I thought it was pretty easy because I have known her since I was 2, so it's like just easier, but it was hard losing Coach 2. Like, we loved her, but it was fun.
All right, well, congratulations on winning the title. Have you come down yet?
Not really.
All right, congratulations. Thanks for visiting.
Thank you.
This time I'm with Connor Ron, and she was one of the main, especially offensive parts of this championship volleyball team. We'll get to that in a little bit, just like I do with every person I've interviewed so far. Just your overall thoughts about winning a state title.
It was a really cool experience. I've never gotten past the regionals even. That was really cool, and it was a lot of fun.
Was there a time during the year where you said to yourself, I think this is the year we really have a chance?
As soon as we did our summer camp at UF, I just knew we were going to go far. We did really well.
What was the difference between this year's team and maybe last year or a couple of years, 3 previous years you were here?
This year, every single match we've played, our energy has just been really consistent. If we drop a set, we just knew we were going to come back and win the next one. We weren't even worried about it. We just knew we were going to win every match. So,
how long did it take you before it really hit you that, wow, we won a state title?
The very last point, or even the timeout right before we won, I just knew it was coming. I was like, oh my gosh, we're about to be state champions. And as soon as the last point hit, I started crying. So.
How cool is it not only to win a state title, but you're also the first team school from Clay County to win it?
I didn't really realize how big of a deal it was until I found out that we were the first team in Clay County. And I don't know, it was just super exciting. So many people were a part of it and were so excited for us. And
How cool was it to come back to school this week after winning that?
Oh, that was so fun. Everybody at school was like telling us congratulations. It was so fun.
So for you, this is your senior year, and so a little bit of sadness maybe for leaving this program behind?
Yes, sir. I've put in a lot of work the past 4 years, and I can't even believe it's over yet. Like, I'm not going to be back next year.
But probably a great way to end your career at Middleburg, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the victory. It's so great to talk to all you guys, and I know everyone in the community is proud. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So congratulations to the Middleburg girls volleyball team on their championship. It's a young group, so you never know. They may be able to go back-to-back next year. We'll have to wait and see. I'm Ray Canaveri, and this has been the FSB Report.